think I was like on a high level of angry. I was more on a high level of concern. Very concerned.
Let's stop pretending this was just a court case. This was a spectacle. Cardi B didn't walk into that Los Angeles courtroom like a defendant. She walked in like she was headlining the Grammy stage. The white suit, the oversized shades, the walk that screamed, "I'm untouchable."
The rapper Cardi B has been on the stand testifying in a civil lawsuit. It's a $24 million civil lawsuit.
But inside, baby, this wasn't about fashion. This was about survival. The lawyer asked her a simple question. Did you call her fat? And Cardi, she didn't dodge, didn't sugarcoat, didn't even blink. She looked straight at him and fired back, "I didn't call her fat, I called her a bitch." And right there, the air in the courtroom cracked like a whip. Because that wasn't testimony, that was performance. A headline waiting to explode. But here's what nobody's saying out loud. This isn't just about whether Cardi insulted a security guard in 2018. This is about power, control, and a woman who built her career on being raw, unfiltered, and impossible to silence. And now the courtroom has become her stage. The accuser, Imani Ellis, a security guard who says Cardi spit on her, clawed her cheek, scarred her face, and ruined her career, is suing for damages.
I mean, it's not a criminal case, and it is a lawsuit. And if you read the lawsuit, I mean, according to her claim, she went through some pretty serious, some serious trauma because of this.
Ellis wants money. Cardi insists she never laid a finger on her, only words. Words like bitch. But what Miss Cathy sees? This is bigger than a civil trial. This is a test. Because when Cardi calls another woman a bitch in front of the jury, she's not just admitting to an insult. She's doubling down on her brand. She's saying, "I will never play nice. I will never filter myself. You will take me exactly as I am." And that's why the internet is melting down. Clips of her testimony are going viral. Memes of Cardi in wigs, swapping looks mid-trial, confusing the attorneys like it's some kind of courtroom catwalk. Fans are laughing, haters are raging, but everyone's watching. Here's the twist. Cardi's new album drops next month.
She's testifying that she did not touch the security guard, that there was no assault, there was no battery, there was no negligence, none of the claims that the security guard is making.
Title, Am I the Drama? And whether she meant it or not, this trial has become the world's most expensive promo campaign. Every headline, every soundbite, every TikTok remix of "I called her a bitch, not fat" is free advertising. Cardi's lawyers might be sweating, but her PR team, they're popping champagne. Because let's be real, Cardi B doesn't lose by being messy, she wins. When she fights strippers in clubs, viral. When she goes off on Twitter, viral. When she swears in court under oath, viral. The woman doesn't need damage control, the chaos is the brand. So while the lawyers drone on about assault and damages, the real case is being tried in the court of public opinion.
Around that time, she did went live and said something, and my fans caught it.
And honey, that court loves drama more than justice. This wasn't a confession, this was a coronation. By day 2 of testimony, the trial wasn't just about Cardi B and a security guard, it was about Cardi B versus the world. The guard's lawyer tried to corner her with contradictions, pressing her about her nails, about whether she spit, about whether her words were aggressive, and Cardi. She turned every question into a punchline. She clapped back about her acrylics. She joked about wigs. She admitted what she wanted and denied what she didn't, all with the confidence of a woman who knows millions are watching. And that's the real scandal. Cardi isn't trying to win the jury, she's trying to win the internet.
She thought that this was the security guard's fault, so she was a little amazed when the security guard actually called her after she'd been fired for this and wanted to get some kind of statement for her in support.
Think about it. Most celebrities grovel in court. They apologize, they look humble, they cry for sympathy. Cardi, she's serving fashion, jokes, insults, and one-liners that could double as album hooks. She's not testifying, she's performing. But here's the twisted truth. What if that's the strategy? What if Cardi's lawyers know she can't win clean, so they're letting her win dirty? Flood the feeds, dominate the headlines, turn every insult into a clip, every exchange into a meme. Even if she loses the case, she wins the culture war. Because let's not forget, Cardi isn't just on trial for words, she's on trial for who she is. The industry has been waiting for a chance to drag her down. The old guard has been whispering that she's too reckless, too vulgar, too unpolished. And here she is standing in front of a judge, proving them right and daring them to punish her for it. Now Miss Cathy's going to ask the question no one else dares. Was this courtroom a fight for justice or a rollout for Cardi's new album? Fans, drop it in the comments. Do you think Cardi is being unfairly targeted by lawsuits that want a payout? Or is she deliberately using this scandal to fuel her career? Because honey, don't think for a second she doesn't know what she's doing. The album title alone, Am I the Drama?, tells you everything. Cardi's not running from the scandal, she's monetizing it.
She was like, I'm gonna get you fired. That's why you do security. She was sticking her tongue out, body shaming me. Racial slurs, just a lot.
And here's the kicker. If Cardi beats this case, she doesn't just walk out free, she walks out bigger, louder, more unstoppable than ever. But if she loses, it won't matter. The headlines are already written, the trial is already a meme. She'll sell more albums off this scandal than off any Billboard campaign. That's the genius and the danger of being Cardi B. Let's talk legacy, because this trial isn't happening in a vacuum. It's happening at the crossroads of Cardi B's career, and it's going to decide how history remembers her. Remember, this is the same woman who flipped reality TV chaos into a chart-topping career. The same woman who turned stripper fights into Grammy winner. The same woman who has never once played by the rules. And now, she's dragging those same rules into a courtroom and shredding them in front of a judge. What does it mean when a celebrity calls her accuser a bitch in open court? It means she doesn't fear the system. It means she's weaponizing her rawness as a shield. It means she's daring the jury, the judge, the fans, the world. Punish me if you can, but you'll never silence me. But here's the darker side. Cardi's not just risking money, she's risking her empire. If Ellis wins, we're talking millions in damages. We're talking headlines that stain Cardi's name for years. We're talking leverage for every future lawsuit, every opportunist who thinks they can get a payout by baiting Cardi into a fight.
Cardi B's going viral for her testimony, arguing she did not touch a security guard who's suing her for assault allegations.
And it's not just her money at stake, it's her family, her kids, her husband. Every time she goes viral for chaos, she gives her haters ammo. Unfit mother, toxic role model, rapper who can't stay out of trouble. So why do it? Why admit the insult? Why lean into the mess? Because that's who Cardi B is. She doesn't do polite, she doesn't do fake, she does real, even when it's ugly, even when it costs her. And that's why people can't stop watching. This is the paradox of Cardi B. She's both the defendant and the director. She's both the scandal and the storyteller. And while the court debates spit and scratches, Cardi is rewriting her own legend, one curse word at a time. And don't forget, all of this is happening weeks before her album drops. Coincidence? Please, this is the rollout. The courtroom is the stage, the insults are the singles, and the verdict is just another track in the Cardi B saga. Because win or lose, Cardi has already won. She's trending, she's viral, she's stamped her brand on another scandal and made sure the world can't look away. So when you see the headline, Cardi B on trial, I called her a bitch, not fat, don't think of it as a confession. Think of it as a campaign, a strategy. A scandal so perfectly timed, so deliciously messy, you almost wonder if the lawyers, the judge and the jury are just extras in Cardi's biggest performance yet. And that's the truth Miss Cathy is dropping. This isn't a downfall, this is an evolution. From stripper to star, from Grammy winner to courtroom queen, Cardi B doesn't just live through scandals, she profits from them, because in 2025, being guilty isn't career-ending, being boring is. And if there's one thing Cardi B will never be, it's boring.